What bothers you the most right now?
Nothing.
Nothing bothers you?
You looking at your phone while we're doing this interview, and everybody's seeming disinterested.
Were you looking at notes or texting girls?
Notes.
Yeah.
I'm trying. What?
He's lying right now. You see, he looks like he got caught. You know when you're in class and you get caught, like, oh, I was doing the homework. Did you do the homework? Yeah, I did the homework. You sure? You're like, oh, I just forgot it at home.
What do you mean?
Me taking time out of my day to do this and then feeling
Dude,
like
I've
I'm
never
forcing you guys to do the podcast.
I've never been more
That
excited to
annoyed
do a
me.
podcast.
Say again?
I've never been more excited. I'm sorry.
At least, try to lie a little better, on a podcast. I've never been more excited to be.
Don't apologize. You don't
No.
have to apologize. You asked me what annoyed me, and I gave you an honest answer.
Wait, are you being serious about that?
Yeah, that annoyed me.
Really?
Yes.
So if
Is
someone
that surprising to you?
well, if I'm looking at my notes, I have some things personally that I wrote that I wanted to ask you.
What notes did you read?
Not on there.
Okay.
So I can't look at that and then ask you that?
I mean, you can, I guess.
What if someone in the audience is on their phone when you're doing that?
Then they're going to get the same treatment you got.
Would you call them out?
Yes.
He does all the time when he sees somebody on a stand-up show. I've watched a lot of Andrew Schulz stuff when he sees somebody in the front, like, Miss, why are you on your phone?
Done that before?
Yes.
And how's that reaction?
Good.
They get as offensive as I do?
Offensive? Offended. Steiny, get impressed, man. You're stumbling. They get as offensive?
I don't think you're offensive. I think you're offended.
Offended, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying to get on his good side again, and Andrew Schulz is not letting him, man. He's like, no, you can't get out of this one. I'm cornering you. And it's not helping that Steve and Kyle are enjoying this. And they're kind of just like dogpiling on Steiny right now. I get why they didn't drop this.
Yeah.
All right, well, my fault.
There's no fault. It's fine. You asked me how I felt. I gave you an honest reaction.
All right, my bad. Fuck.
Have you met Izzy?
Andrew could have easily pivoted away from this and given Steiny some leeway. He could have just diffused the whole thing with like, Steiny, you don't fuck with you, right? But he chose not to. He chose to let the awkwardness sit.
No, but
Not really,
what do you think
no.
of his vibe?
Bro, he's the best.
His vibe's
I
dope.
saw him make a comment at a press conference where he was like, yo, I'm going to do a TikTok dance once I beat you.
Yeah.
And that really just like made me not a
either
fan
way.
anymore.
Why?
Is
You
this-
do TikToks like 3 times.
I know, but I'm not
like a day.
I'm not a fucking UFC warrior, bro. Like I'm not in the ring fighting against somebody.
Is
You
this?
do TikToks with Gabe, bro.
Yeah.
Why? Are you on TikTok?
I'm trying to understand. Like, is this your character? Are you like the hater or something? Like, what's?
Who am I hating on?
I'm just.
Why are Kyle and Steve not backing Steiny up like that at all, man? You see how they're kind of excited to see him get roasted?
Like, I'm trying to understand. Like,
You're hating on Izzy for doing TikTok dances when you do TikTok dances.
No,
with
like
Gabe.
I love Justin Poirier.
Can
But
I
I'm
show,
trying to
can I show
understand.
Schulz your last TikTok?
You know what's really funny though is Tristan and Andrew had the exact same reaction that Andrew Schulz was having towards Steiny. Like, what did Steiny say? And on the podcast, he's like, "So Andrew, do you and Tristan ever like fuck the same girls?" And like, no, absolutely not. And Steiny's like, "That's cap." And like, no, why would we? Like, they got mad that Steiny was doing like this low key TikTok comment hater thing. But I know, I understand Gen Z and I don't even know if it's Gen Z, but I understand like TikTok people and social media people that they don't even see that. They just see it as like banter, conversation. But then guys like Andrew or Tristan or Andrew Tate, they'll be like, yo, who the fuck? What the fuck? Who's this guy? Why are you? I'm not capping. You're calling it a cap? What?
Yeah.
No.
Before you delete
Can
it,
you
show him the-
explain what the dynamic is here?
Schulz,
Like, you
ready?
guys are like friends with these people. You're the newest, so you could take the shots. Like, I'm trying to understand what it is. Like, you're gonna have to see him.
Bro, that's fine.
This is Steiny's last TikTok.
That's funny.
Yeah. He's got a sense of humor. He's a comedian.
That's funny.
I know, but
Show him the rest of the page.
But that's like TikTok.
But he's making fun of TikToks.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
See, he's got a real comedian here.
Yeah.
Real comedidian, no? Dap up or no?
Yeah.
We're not there yet?
Yeah. We're there.
Yeah.
I like what you're doing.
No, but
are you guys friends with each other?
Yeah.
Like,
Why, you don't
genuinely?
get that vibe?
Yeah.
No,
Why not?
because the chemistry is weird.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. It's just I like.
You know why he doesn't understand it? Because, and I noticed Myron says the same thing when I talk to Jadion or Aiden Ross or other Gen Z people, because there is like kind of a disconnect in generations where the social media generation, we kind of just we just hate on each other. We're just kind of in like a Gossip Girl, Hollywood, Beverly Hills kind of way. Something that I don't want to do anymore. I want to have like real brothers around me. I want to be on the same team, especially like with the amount of people, like attacks that I have going on. It's just not worth it to have that like low key, snaky hater thing. But The social media generation just sees it as that's just how you talk to one another because there's of Twitter, of comment section, of roasting, this exposing thing. It's kind of just like a funny way. And also because of how ego fueled we all are, we all have to position ourselves like we are the man. And so when somebody sees someone else be the man, it's like you get this hater energy. You guys know what I'm talking about? Type of one of you understand what I'm saying. But guys, like I see the disconnect interacting with millennials and Gen X because they don't get it. But I think that the younger generation understands.
I don't get it.
What's confusing?
It's just an
so I can help break it down for you.
It's like a weird thing. Like, do you guys do you have stories where you like bust balls? Like, are there?
Yeah, well, we usually have a different guy who sits in.
Yeah.
We wanted to have Steve on this one, so he sat in.
Like, you remember how Aiden Ross said, like, you know, SNEAKO's like drinking all the time. Like, SNEAKO's drinking all the time. He didn't see that as like a big deal. And I actually don't really see it as a big deal. Because I know that I'm sober and I don't, like, people are lying about me. But Myron's like, yo, that's some snaker. That's some hater shit. Like, Myron he's like, he thinks that shit's so weird. But I just see it as normal, and Aiden Ross sees it as normal. When Jadion, for example, he was supposed to be on the stream tonight. Here's another perfect example, and I realized it when I was setting up the stream. Jadion was supposed to come on the stream tonight. Like, I offered to let him stay in my place, and then and we agreed that, okay, you're gonna stay here. Hey, you want to stream tonight? Sure, let's stream tonight. And now he's not picking up the phone. So just being able to duck and ignore and cancel on plans, flakiness, which used to be a female trait, is extremely common with men of Gen Z. That we just flake on each other, we don't pick up the phone, you cancel on plans, it's last second, someone's always late, it doesn't matter unless you do it, there's no consequences for your actions. All of it is just because all communication through your phone, it's just not real. And I'm not even surprised. Like, Gideon asked me a couple days ago, can I stay at your place? I'm like, sure, yeah, no problem. And so I was planning it out, you know, someone else wanted to stay here, and I told him no because Gideon's staying, and now Gideon's not here, and the other guy's not here. You get what I'm saying? And Gideon, I had this stream plan. I was gonna have Myron on stream, but Myron's not on the stream because Gideon, we agreed, was gonna be on, but Gideon's not here. So it's just, and you just kind of get used to it. Guys, and other generations, older people, if you don't understand, if you're stumbled in from Rumble or whatever, you don't get it. But this is what it's like being a man now. Either you chop your dick off like Chris, or you just become a flaky, snaky Steiny. not to throw Steiny under the bus, but you understand what I'm saying.
Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Brad too.
Yeah.
He's great. And what, Brad usually drives it or something like that?
What do you mean?
Like, is he usually driving the interview?
Why? You don't think we're doing a good job of that?
No, not really. I mean, it's not my favorite.
Is this a joke? I don't understand.
Right? I don't know. Like, are you guys having a good time?
I was until that comment.
Is this what it's normally like?
No, I mean, I was having a good time.
Okay.
I feel bad. I feel like you came at me a little bit there.
Why do you feel bad?
I just feel like you targeted me. Did you or no? Did someone tell you to do that?
No. I thought you were just being a little annoying.
How?
I think you're annoying.
Really?
A little bit. Yeah.
And what makes you think that?
I don't know.
It's gonna be like a therapy session.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck?
Are you? I don't know if you're playing a character or you're having an insecure moment. If you're having a vulnerable, insecure moment, then I want to talk about it.
I'm kind of playing something, but what?
Oh, if you're playing
what
something,
did I say that triggered you to say that? What did I say that triggered you?
Do you find it hard to be yourself?
That's what I do, bro.
Do you think?
But I get shit on a lot for doing that.
It's hard to be around people who are being themselves and not be yourself.
What did I do that pissed you off?
I wouldn't say I was pissed off. Why would you say that?
What did I do that annoyed you?
You were the one that came back and said that you felt hurt.
I do feel hurt because I feel like you got pissed off at me.
Well, that's what happens when you have real reactions when you're being phony.
When was
you're
I phony?
phony with somebody and then you get a real reaction, you can't be upset.
When was I phony with you?
But you're doing exactly what you should do. You should try to get your moments. This is a good moment for you.
Bro, you're crazy. You think I'm doing this for clicks?
Even the way your voice sounds when you say it isn't real.
Are you
serious? Do you think
right
you're
now?
being real?
I'm
just
asking
try to
you.
be you.
I mean, I'm supposed to be connected with you as fucking Mishbucha right now, but you're coming.
What? Bro, what was...
Wait.
What is that word?
I'm
just try to be you.
I mean, I'm supposed to be connected with you as fucking Mishbucha right now, but
Huh?
You're coming at me, so I'm curious.
He thinks I'm Jewish.
You are, aren't you?
No.
How? Wait.
Bruh.
Oh,
Oh, it's getting good.
take a lap. Go take a lap, bro.
It is, you could see, Steiny kind of has TikTok brain. I don't see it. I don't think it's a bad thing, but he is thinking like, how can I get clips? How can I get these moments? It's very social media oriented thinking, and it disconnects with older generation. But bro, what the? Chad, is Andrew Schulz Jewish? Yes or no? Yo, that nose is pointing. I ain't gonna lie. Schulz?
Halfway.
New York?
Halfway.
White New Yorker named Schulz?
Halfway.
Hating on Ye for years?
Halfway.
I don't know. He was doing a lot of hating on Ye. A lot of Ye hating.
You are, aren't you?
No.
Who's being disingenuous now, huh? Schultzstein?
Oh, no, you're done. Take a lap. Fuck. Go take a lap, bro.
You would do this to your Jewish brother, huh?
No, never.
Wow.
That we roll like that.
Wow. Just say how you honestly feel. Don't.
I feel good, bro. I think you're pretty
You don't
funny.
feel good. You don't feel good. You feel insecure right now because you think I don't like you.
I do feel that way.
Why do you think I don't like you?
Because you turned on me like probably like an hour 20 into the pod.
And was there anything that maybe you did to change my energy towards you? Or how about this?
Do you think that Andrew Schulz is lying about not being Jewish, that he doesn't get accusations that he earned everything through his industry connections? There are a lot of people like that. Like I would like to talk to him. Well, I don't know. I don't know if he'd ever have me on the pod. But Jonah Hill, for example, his real name is Jonah Hill Feldstein because they don't want to. There's a lot of Jewish people that don't want to get. They don't want to have all the success undermined by the fact that they're Jewish.
You think that I gave you a fair shot in the beginning?
You did, but I sent a text during the pod, and I think that's when it turned. Is
Right.
that when it turned?
Maybe. I don't know. Your line of questioning after that wasn't great. But I do sense that you're playing a bit of a character, and I don't have as much of a tolerance for characters as I do for authenticity.
You don't think I'm being authentic?
He's calling you fake. But this is pretty real. This is what he's doing now. He actually wants to get down to the bottom of it.
I think in certain moments you were, and that kind of like irritates me.
This is what I really like about stand-up comics too, is they're great at sifting through the bullshit and just getting to the truth, because that's the motto again, seek truth through funny. If there's anything that's off or anything disingenuous, then you can't naturally be yourself. And what's funny is when you're being naturally yourself and there's no anxiety. When you have your shoulders up like this, you're trying to get a moment, you're trying to put on something, or when you check your phone because you want to seem like you're disinterested to get the approval of whoever's there, or you like the way people sit and all that stuff. Like phoniness is the most annoying. And even then, like when I live stream every day, I notice it too, and I know chat, I know you notice it too, when I'm putting on too much, and then also when I'm flowing, when you get into flow state and then you're just genuine. Right now, I feel like I'm flowing. W10K in the chat, with 10K viewers right now. When you just get to be at ease and I'm not reading the chat too much, I'm not that worried about optics, I'm not really thinking about how somebody's gonna clip it up and put it on Twitter. I don't care about coming off a certain way or what I'm supposed to say. When you are just your genuine self and there's no anxiety, there's no autism, there's nothing inauthentic about what you're saying, that's when it's the best, and that's when you can really flow. But there were moments in this stream today where I felt how Steiny is being treated by Andrew Schulz right now, where I'm like, and I'm like kind of putting on and reading the chat. But that's when art sucks, when there's any phoniness. And I actually like the fact that he's calling us out and he's trying to, because this is the most real that I've ever seen. This is probably the most real moment that this podcast has had. Beforehand, they're probably trying to get the YouTube video. They're trying to get the TikTok. And Andrew's like, let's be here in this moment right now. Who cares that there's cameras and microphones on right now? When you stand up on a stage at a stand-up comedy club, and then you're like, it's like, ugh, and you can tell. That's when stand-up comedy sucks. But when they're there, engaged in the moment and engaged in the crowd, that's what makes stand-up comedy great, is that it's never the same any night. It's always different because it has to be in the moment with the crowd right there. Even though you might be saying the same exact jokes word for word, the presentation, the delivery, your energy, the body language has to consist exactly with the crowd. The timing has to match the crowd in that moment. The way the glasses are clinking, the way the audience is laughing and breathing, when the door opens, how you're feeling, the temperature, it all has to be in the moment. And if it's not, then it's phony.
In what? Can you give us an
Especially
example?
if it's antagonistic. If you're playing a character because you're insecure and you're just trying to do your best to like exist in this moment, which is a high stakes moment, that's okay.
But can you give me an example?
That's why Andrew Schulz is one of the people that I respected the most. And even though he's probably having the same conversation right now that Full Send is having about having me on their pod, I remember I emailed Andrew back when I was in college, back actually when we just played that Mr. Beast video, like around that time where I'm like, I don't want to be doing like Lego car videos and cutting my dick off with Chris. I want to be talking about real issues. I want to be talking about the culture. I want to be pushing boundaries. I want to be real. And so I emailed Andrew and he emailed back and we talked for a little bit. And if you guys remember, I almost worked for him as an editor, but then, blah, 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 whatever. But he's probably having that same conversation right now that Full Send is having about like, should we have this guy on? Like, I don't know if he's clouded enough. Regardless of the fact, I respect all these people. Like genuinely, because what makes Nelk Boys different than a lot of the other YouTubers is that they bring that real energy on camera. What is true about Mr. Beast, and I'm not going to be snaking him because he's talked about this extensively, is that Mr. Beast in his videos, he has there's Mr. Beast and there's Jimmy Donaldson. And that's probably why Chris cut his dick off. Mr. Beast he'll be like, okay, man, we gotta get the shot. Camera turns on. What's up, guys? Today we're giving away a Tesla to 10,000. Okay, turn the camera off. All right, I don't like that. Chris, can you put your dick back on? Okay, I don't like that. Take your hormones. Okay, all right. Okay, ready? Shut the fuck up, Chris. Shut up, Chris. Fuck. Just be gay another day, okay? Fine. What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna give away $1 million to some homeless people in Africa. Okay. Fuck. Chris. Shut up, Chris. I get you're gay. Go back to your family. I didn't like the fact that there had to be on camera and off camera. What makes the Nelk videos great, I've seen every single Nelk video, is that they bring that energy like of when you're just like hanging out with your boys or whatever, drinking beer, woo, being dudes. They bring that on camera. There's no phoniness. It's like, all right, boys, we're here. Their videos are at their best when they're at their most genuine.
Example of when you felt that I was playing a character.
I think you need attention. I think you're doing anything you can to get attention. And right now you're making this podcast about you, which is the most boring part of the conversation. We have much more interesting people to discuss.
I love Steve's laugh, bro.
Whose lives are more fascinating.
No.
Oh, fuck. I don't ever want to do a podcast again, straight up.
Even that.
Yo, why is he talking like that? Yeah, she's like, you're a phony, fake piece of shit, and I don't like you. Yo, straight up, bro? Like, no cap, bro? Like, this is like low energy. This is like bad riz, bro.
Fascinating.
No.
Oh, fuck. I don't ever want to do a podcast again, straight up.
Even that doesn't sound real.
You might have just retired him.
Oh, straight
No,
up.
I
Why
think
the
you
fuck
should.
would I ever do this shit again?
Yeah, I see. He's thinking about, and he's gotten better with the podcast, but right now I can tell like he's thinking about how he's on camera and he's not engaged in the moment.
Yeah,
I honestly can't tell if you're playing a character or not. And I think that that's a real problem. I think it's a real,
how
like,
do I know that you're not playing a
socializing
character
problem.
right now?
You don't. You just have to decide if you do. The fact that you're upset makes me feel like you don't think I am.
Got it. Well, thank you so much for hurting my self-esteem and probably keeping me inside tonight. Hope you have a great night.
Even that's not real.
Yeah,
So
like
real.
You're going out tonight.
You
for
act
sure.
like I'm not going
you're gonna
out.
fucking-
Yeah, you're gonna party. It's okay, man. You're new to this, right?
How long you been doing this?
Entertainment. A while. I think you're a smart
Don't
dude.
get Schulz going, bro.
No, I want to get him going.
I do
You're gonna
think,
get- you're
I
gonna
do
get
think you're a
dusted.
smart guy.
Okay.
I do think you're a smart dude.
Sure.
I genuinely mean that.
Okay.
I think that you.
But what makes you
wanna-
think that I'm trying to do this for myself? Because I don't give a fuck.
I
We
mean,
can take this
we're
out.
all doing this for some sort of self-benefit. That's why we're talking
Sure,
on a
but
microphone.
I do this 'cause I
recording
actually
it
enjoy
and then
it.
putting it on YouTube.
I do this because I enjoy it, though.
I didn't say that you. Two things can be true, right?
Yeah.
You do this because you enjoy it. You also do this because you make money. You also do it because you get clout. You also do it because you get to express your opinions.
Sure.
Multiple things can be true,
Okay.
right? So one thing doesn't override the other.
Sure.
What I'm saying is that if you were being your truest, purest, most authentic self, I think you would have behaved differently in the podcast. And you would have got a different behavior from me. I'm not out here to bully someone who feels like insecure. Like, I think that's the worst thing ever. I think that if somebody feels insecure and they're pretending to be something they're not, you know, that's what it is.
Bro.
But I think you need to find yourself a little, man.
I'm just trying to figure out where this took this turn.
We're still talking about you.
Where did this take this turn? We don't even have to have the mics on, bro.
Well, how about this? I mean, everyone's fucking screaming. We gotta go.
I think we
Your
got to
guys-
wrap
our
up.
guys.
I think we got to wrap
But
up.
why don't we continue the rehab session?
Listen,
on the
Steiny,
live?
there's nothing. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
About me, I got therapy
Do you wanna
from
come?
fucking
Do you
10
wanna
a.m.
come?
to 6 p.m. I got therapy. So what you just did to me.
He's cute. He's a cutie.
was that? This was definitely planned.
You did it to yourself.
Hug it out. Hug it out. I say that was so triggered. Did you tell me or no? Is this planned?
I thought you were fucking with me.
I don't know. During the pod, there was a moment where I was like, I think this kid is fucking with me, and you know, we can play that game.
Bro, everything I do is like a joke. You can't take it too seriously.
Even right now, you're fucking with me.
I'm not, bro.
I don't know what to do with this fucking kid. It makes me feel uncomfortable, bro. I don't know what it is.
This is planned. This is planned for sure. I couldn't script that, bro. I wanted to be boys, bro. I don't
Even
know
that is such a weird thing to say to a man, right? I want to be boys. Like, you wouldn't say that.
Andrew and Tristan had the exact same reaction. Hold on, he just shows him hard.
But he has like an air of inauthenticity to him. So, and like, it's always hard for me to be around people that are like pretending. Yeah. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like my knee-jerk reaction to people who are being fake with me is to be like incredibly direct with them so that they have to be real in that moment. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And, you know.
He went knee-jerk.
If he was doing his best and he was like feeling insecure that the interview wasn't doing that well and like he was trying to do something.
Okay, I'm the only one that'll ask questions.
Yeah, then I feel bad and I would apologize for it. That being said, it might be consistent to like how he is.
Yeah.
I don't know, just the overwhelming hate for this poor kid. It's just unbelievable. It's like he's like, catch me outside or something. Like it's like I'm bro, like maybe. It's like it's just great. The video went up and like every comment was like, fuck that kid. But
it's a pretty funny case study about social media brain and the clash of generations. I think that was great. Guillermo Reyes 2214. Thanks for the 50. I know you kind of answered it at Columbia, but man, honest truth, it gets better. Lonely bettering yourself. Like, what kind of mentality do you have to have in order to avoid lust/sin? And for your information, my friends are lame. That's a good question. So how do you not get trapped into this? How do you stay bettering yourself and not get trapped into sin? You want to hear the honest truth about this? Talking about the incel pill and constantly try to better yourself, Guillermo, is that you're most likely you're gonna sin. Most likely you're gonna lust, and it's gonna happen. What's more important is how much you promote it and how much you make it part of your lifestyle. If you have friends and that's all they talk about and that's their only objective, then you shouldn't be around them. If you do lust or you do sin, which you probably will, don't try to make it a recurring activity. Don't base your friendships around sinning. Don't just have friends that you go out and fuck bitches with or that you go and get high with. You know, you can't be around that. It can't be your major objective. If that is what happens, then, you know, that, but you have to know that it's not the best thing, the best use of your time. So you want to have people around that are on the same objective as you. And this goes back to me because I'm preaching that it's better to be an incel. It's better to not date in your early 20s and just focus on meaningful relationships. Casual sex destroys the soul, all this stuff. Am I perfect? No. Like, am I going to be an incel for the rest of my life? Absolutely not. But there's certain things that I should promote, certain things ideas that I should surround myself with, and should believe in. But humans aren't perfect. And it's unrealistic to think that I'm going to be perfect because I'm definitely not going to. So people are going to continue to try to expose and blah, 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 and say this, that, blah, blah. There's going to be, but I don't want to promote that. And I don't want to base any of my relationships around that or base my time around that because it's a waste of your energy. But it is lonely trying to better yourself. But do you want to watch? I'm actually interested in watching more of this pod. I want to see how it went wrong in the beginning. Don't worry, we have more to but this is really interesting to me, I'm not gonna lie.
All right, boys, it's fucking here. It's finally time. We are.
Holy, hour drive. I gotta take a fucking leak. Everything good?
For sure.
Andrew, nice to meet you.
Andrew Schulz.
All right, here we are, New York City. Steve, you want to put the mic in front of you?
Sure.
Skip. Oh, chat. All you do all stream is just come here and say skip.
Got a huge fill-in. Brad's not here, so episode's not going to be all about him. It's a group pod.
Brad's gonna be pissed he's not on this episode.
You guys
gotta have some common sense coming after me.
You could
for
release the
$100.
beast.
What'd you say?
Release the beast. Put him in a group chat with Mary Beth.
I think someone told my mom. I told someone. I think they told my mom.
Yeah, well, he has no idea what's going on.
Let's go.
What's good? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How you
Been trying to do this for a minute, eh?
Yeah, I know, right?
Andrew Schulz.
Is this your spot or something?
Are we going?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going.
I know Cole, man. I didn't set this up. You guys did, but obviously.
Cole?
But Cole owns this place. I don't know. Like,
Shout out to my friend Roger told me to skip to 44 minutes.
you've been. I'm assuming you're involved in the business side of this a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat, I don't give a fuck that you're saying skip. This is interesting.
And you're hearing about deals and hearing people complain about deals, but you've also offered people deals,
Yeah.
right? So
Right.
you understand both sides, right? You understand how to make a deal where people can be happy and how to make a deal where somebody's maybe taken advantage of,
100%.
right? So like when you hear Kanye complaining about the deals, you get to look at it as someone who offers deals. Most people don't offer deals.
True.
So they're going, well, I'm getting fucked. He's probably getting fucked. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
It's hard to have empathy.
Bro, look at that nose, man. Andrew. I'm not going to judge you. We're not going to judge you if you're Jewish. You're a funny guy. You got your career. You made your own career. Being Jewish didn't define you. It's fine. This nose, man, it's about to poke Steiny in the face. Like,
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
I think we lost him.
yo, he just went on his phone.
No, my fault.
He was not checking notes. This dude was texting a bitch 100%.
I don't even know where I was going to go. Where are we at?
I have no
What?
idea.
Um,
I'm pretty buzzed, low key.
No, I'm a little buzzed.
That moonshine hit me.
They're all just drunk listening to Schultz talk about stuff.
it's a fan question. I don't know if you want to answer it, but
Sure.
what's the weirdest genre of porn you've watched?
The weirdest genre. I don't really watch porn.
No? Why is that?
Well, you just got engaged too.
Is it like a
I
thing?
mean, not that really.
Do you try and
Yeah, that question is so false, man. No? Or is that?
limit your shit now that you know your wife's going to watch?
No. But I'm not like a big jerk off
I mean,
guy.
you have to a bit. If the wife's watching now, like you're freshly engaged, you got to be a bit careful, no?
No. I don't really watch a lot of porn, to be honest with you.
No, or were you saying with the shit you say? You mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, like about like my wife or these types of things?
Sure.
No. No, not really. I mean, she gets it. She married a comedian.
Okay.
She knew what the deal was.
Have you ever made a joke where you thought it was going to go really well and it went really bad?
That's such a bad question.
Huh?
Can you give us an example of that?
I mean, yeah, I had a lot of early in my career. Like, I didn't know how to get away with jokes. So you don't know.
You know what happened? They didn't really know who Andrew was, and they're like, "Oh, comedian's coming on." And so now the question is like, "Yo, be funny." Like, can you be funny?
You don't have the skills to execute them. So you just say these offensive things, and then people get offended.
Give us an example, will you?
I mean, I had
Be funny. Do the funny thing, clown. That's what he's saying.
people throw fucking candles at me.
No, but
beers
what'd
at
you
me.
say?
I don't even remember. I honestly don't remember. I
Okay,
just remember the violence.
Do you have a favorite?
In like a comedy club?
Yeah. Fights all the time. All the time.
Do you have a favorite group or something you like to go after or joke about?
No. It's like whatever I'm passionate about. I got to have like a interest in it. I don't know how to just make jokes about like Uber. Like
Yeah.
something has to bother me. I think that's the hardest thing about having money is that less things bother you.
And right now, Steiny's bothering him, so that's what he's going to pinpoint on. Because comedy comes from frustration and anger.
You know,
What bothers you the most right now?
nothing.
Nothing bothers you?
You looking at your phone while we're doing this.
There we go.
And
There we go.
everybody's seeming disinterested.
Were you looking at notes or texting girls?
Notes.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Me taking time out of my day to do this and then feeling
Dude,
like
I've
I'm
never
forcing you guys to do the podcast.
I've never been more
That
excited to
annoyed
do a
me.
podcast.
Say again?
I've never been more excited. I'm sorry. I had to
Don't
look at my notes.
apologize. You don't have
No.
to apologize. You asked me what annoyed me and I gave you an honest.
Okay, we saw
I want to
that.
have that like sauce.
Yeah. I could see why.
Yeah, chat's like favorite group. Steiny's trying to get the clip where like I've had this on podcasts before. People are like, so who do you hate the most? Be racist for a second.
Yeah, I could see why
I got
maybe
the
you feel that way.
opposite from him.
Well, do you agree or no?
No, I don't really care about the verification.
It's good. I missed something.
No, we're talking about the
No, we're just
Twitter
talking.
verification.
Are you guys friends with each other?
Yeah.
Like,
Why, you don't
genuinely?
get that vibe?
Yeah.
No,
Why not?
because the chemistry is weird.
Well,
There's almost none of it.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. It's just I don't get it.
too got
You
deleted.
know what's frustrating? Also, I can imagine being in your shoes, where it's like, you know that you are made an example of, and then people aren't acknowledging that it was unfair.
Yeah.
At least let YouTube be.
Do you feel the breath in the room? Like everyone's trying to like, I'm gonna talk now.
Like, yeah, we crucified you on purpose. Then you could go to bed.
But it wasn't fair just because like the website that they canceled me for is
Yeah.
allowed on their platform.
Yeah,
So that's why it's really unfair. You're allowed to say, hey, I'm on stake.
yeah,
I'm doing this on stake.
Yeah.
Best website, but God forbid you show the .com.
and then it's over.
it's over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's only a few like
Andrew,
gambling
I
sites.
feel bad. I feel like you came at me a little bit there.
Why do you feel bad?
I just feel like you targeted me. Did you or no? Did
Bro,
someone
you
tell
had
you
it
to do that?
coming.
No,
Why'd
I thought
come
you were
at me
just
so
being a
hard?
little annoying.
It's funny that he's calling him out for being annoying and inauthentic, and Steiny still thinks it's a prank. Like, he thinks everything is for everything. There's no real moment. Everything has to be a clip.
How?
I think you're annoying
Really?
a little bit. Yeah.
And what makes you think that?
I don't know.
It's gonna be like a therapy session.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck?
Are you? I don't know if you're playing a character or you're having like an insecure moment. If you're having a vulnerable, insecure moment,
Okay, cool.